I sort of go by the mentality that everybody gets 100%. So whether it's my wife, whether it's the kids, whether it's my job, everybody gets 100%. So whatever I need to do to make sure that I get 100% to my family, that's what I'm going to do. And it's been tough. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy. It's tough. My family make sacrifices. I make sacrifices, but the main thing is to try to keep everything balanced, keep everything in perspective.
Give us some examples of some of the sacrifices that everybody's had to make.
Well, I give you two examples. I know I'm normally in the office around 3:30 in the morning during the season, and I get in so early to make sure that I can get home at 6:30 so I can have dinner with the family. Now, I could come in later, but then I would have to stay later, and I would probably miss dinner, and I would probably miss, my kids and everything, because they'll be in bed because they're young and they have to go to sleep. So I make sure that I come in real early so I can come and make it home for dinner every single night. So I make sure that's always the case. And then, they make sacrifices in that during the season, which is really, really tough. When I put my daughter to sleep, this happened just past year. When I was putting my daughter to sleep, I kissed her goodnight. She said, "Good night, Daddy. I'll see you at dinner."
Oh.
But she knows the next time she'll see me is at dinner the next day. So that's really tough. But they're used to it. They're getting used to it. They know that in the off season they have Daddy a lot more.
Because you did have children towards the tail end of your career, correct?
Yeah. My daughter's 7, my son is 4, and I had them in my 30s. So I don't know why I waited so late. Well, I got married at 28, so I guess that started the game right there. When it comes to fathering, it is difficult, but you learn to be patient. You learn to really listen and to understand. My son is 4, so he's talking and whatnot, but how it is with a 4-year-old, you're trying to really understand what they're really saying. And then he may be pointing one direction, but he really means the other direction. Or I can read between the lines. So when it comes to my players, that's a lot of the time. That's a lot of the case anyway. And then being able to learn and understand what sacrifice is all about, and that the kids, they didn't ask to come here. My mom used to tell me that all the time. The kids never asked to come here. We brought them here, and so now you have to take care of them in that respect. And if there's anything, or if there's anybody who has to sacrifice, well, it's going to start with me.
How would you describe your parenting style, Mark?
Wow, how could I say that?
Are you the disciplinarian?
I'm the hammer. I'm the hammer, I guess you can say, in the family. My wife tends to be the more loving, sweeter one, but at the same time, they also know that Daddy is the jokester. Daddy likes to, get on the floor and wrestle with him and play with him. If there's a joke, Daddy is the one who's probably going to tell it, or, I'm the funny one, I guess you can say. But at the same time, I have to put on a different hat and say, look, when I speak, and when I want something done, I want it done. And really, if you just change the inflection of your voice half the time, they understand the situation. When Daddy's serious, he's not playing around.
When you talk about finding balance, how important is having time for yourself? Are you able to work that in, or is that not a priority for you?
I've redefined time for myself. And time for myself is not necessarily by myself. I've learned to enjoy the things that I would quote unquote enjoy by myself. I now enjoy with my family. I now enjoy with my wife. If I need to, because I know when I'm on the road, I'm by myself. And while I'm on the road, at a game or something, deep down inside, I'm wishing I was back at home with my family. But we've come up with a plan and a system, especially during the season when I come home, the first 2 hours or so is me and the kids, 100%. I don't take phone calls during that time, really. I really don't have too many people I'm talking to anyway, so I'm here with the kids. Whether I'm helping, my daughter with her homework, or I'm just playing football with my son, or whatever the case is. Those first 2 hours when I come home, I play with them. We go outside if the weather's nice or whatever the case is. And then once I put the kids to bed, then it's time for me and my wife. So, that's when we focus on one another. Now, at the end of the day, there's no time for me, but that's really not for me. More importantly, is to spend time with the people that I love, because I know they get the most out of it anyway. And man, it's the joy for me. I look forward to coming home, walking in the door. As soon as I open the door, my kids hear the door, and then they come sprinting to the front door, and they're yelling, they jumping all over me, and then we have our fun, and that's what it's all about. So, I've redefined what it's all about to say to have my time.